Hey everyone, here we have a continuation of our discussion of linear measure. Notice that this 1.2b, that means this is the second day spending on this topic. Tomorrow in class, you guys are going to be asked to do some things with segments and actually construct some things with your compass. So here we have a segment AB, and again, the way that we can label this is either writing it as this with a little dash above it, and it is read segment AB, or we could write segment BA. It doesn't matter. But today you're going to be asked to construct a congruent segment to AB. So let me write the task out. Task. Construct segment, here I'll just write out segment CD so that CD is congruent to AB. Again, the symbol is congruent to, which means that it has the same measure. Now you have to do this without using a ruler. So what you're going to do, because remember we're only going to use our compass today here, is we are going to only use our compass to create a segment that's the exact same length. So here's what you're going to need to do. First, you have to start with a point where your other segment's going to start. So I'm going to put point C down. Then you're going to actually measure AB with your compass here by putting your point on the tip, kind of the needle, on point A and the pencil on point B. After you have that distance measured out, you're not going to touch your compass. You're just going to hold the top. You're going to put the needle point on C very carefully, and you're going to put a nice arc with your pencil. Now what you can do is you can actually, believe it or not, put D anywhere along this arc, and I'm going to prove it to you here. D, connect the 2 points, and you will have a segment that is congruent to AB. Now, I know maybe I didn't convince you wholeheartedly of this, but let me go ahead and show you on using a ruler. If I measured AB, I'm going to line up my ruler, okay, right here, the 0 point at A. I see that it's 4 centimeters long. Again, it's nice to work in centimeters because every tick point is 0.1, so it's easy to count. So we see that's 4 centimeters. If I look at CD, whammo, there we have it, also 4 centimeters. Now let me put another point. Let me just show you. If let's say I put a point down here and called it, I'm going to call it D1, so it's a different point. And I drew another segment. This too would be 4 centimeters. If I measure, bam, there it's 4 centimeters. So what we've just constructed is actually 3 congruent segments. Again, to show congruency, we have to put the same number of tick marks. For the heck of it, I'm going to put 2 tick marks here. So to show that these two are also the same length, I'm going to put 2 tick marks. And actually, I could actually write out what we call a congruency statement here. We've shown that segment AB is congruent to segment CD, which both of these are also congruent to segment CD sub 1. That's that point right there. Now, if you wanted to construct a segment, let's say that we wanted to construct a segment, and you're going to have to do this. Task, construct, let's say segment EF, so that EF is not congruent to, it's actually equal to 2 times the measure of segment AB. So that means twice as long. Here's what you're going to need to do. Start just like we did the last one. Go ahead and put your first point somewhere. So I'm going to put point E here. But finding point F is not as easy. So again, you're going to mark off AB. Make sure you have the right distance. You're going to put an arc. And you're going to put a point somewhere. You're not going to call it F, because otherwise it wouldn't be twice as long. So I'm just going to put a point, I don't know, right here. It can be anywhere. You're going to put your compass that has the same measure, still it hasn't changed, and you're going to put a second arc. And F is going to go somewhere along this line, but you can't just eyeball it and say, I don't know, about right here, because there would be no guarantee if you just put a point randomly that all 3 points would be collinear. So what you're going to do then is you're going to take a straight edge, you're going to line it up with the first 2 points, and so that your straight edge will cross that second arc. So you're going to go from E through that middle point and bammo, right where your line or segment there intersects your second arc is going to be point F. And if we measure this, we confirmed before that AB was 4 centimeters long, so sure enough this one should be twice as long. It is 8 centimeters. Now what we could do, so here we have that EF is equal to 2 times AB. Now we know since this point was the length of AB and 2 of AB's make up EF, we could actually call this point point M, and we could say that these two, that EM is congruent to MF. Furthermore, we know that little part plus little part equals the whole, so another equation that you could write is you could say EM plus MF equals EF. Okay. Now if you had to keep track of these measurements in a table, which you're going to have to today, what you would do is you would actually create a table. You would title, go ahead and mark this up. Wow, I'm popular. Your points along the top, so E, M, F, and E, M, F here. And again, tomorrow in class I'm going to ask you guys to measure. We know that this, again, I'll measure it real fast, was 4 centimeters, EM. So from E to M, it's 4 centimeters. And also from M to E, it's 4 centimeters, so that's going to go twice. We also know that from M to F, it's also 4 centimeters, because it's the length of AB. So MF is 4 centimeters. And if we go MF here, this is 4 centimeters. And from E to E, obviously it's just point to point, there isn't a length, so we can just scribble that out. Likewise from M to M, or F to F, those are non-existent. From E to F though, E to F, it's the sum of these two, so it's EM plus MF, so it's 4 plus 4, we have 8 centimeters. So EF or FE is 8 centimeters. So you're going to be asked tomorrow to construct, it's going to be a little more complicated than this one with just 3 points, but you're going to be asked to construct a segment, put some points somewhere, it doesn't have to be right in the middle, and then construct a table with all your segment lengths. So you're kind of playing bingo. So M to E is segment ME or EM. Alright guys, that's it for today. So tomorrow, come prepared to do problems like this, and come prepared to use your compass to construct and copy line segments. Have a great night.